Alright, gamers, we're back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 170, episode 20 on the Dwarf Paladin. We're already on episode 20. Let's jump in. But overall, that's not too bad. I think we're 20 hours in. We should be much higher level, but again, we're kind of going at our own pace. We're going slower. We're going, we're reading quests. We're reading books. We're enjoying the scenery. We're going back and doing things for completion's sake, right? So it's to be expected. This is about the journey, not the destination here, right? So, all right, last we logged off, we were in Stormwind. I did do some research on the Tome of Valor, this quest chain here. It actually requires 2 dungeons, so it's something that I don't think we're going to be able to do, at least not for a while. Go to the Royal Library and speak with Milton Sheaf. You can find a book on metallurgy that Brother Christoph needs for his speech. We'll hold off on that. And this one's a dungeon quest. We'll hold off on that. I don't know where we need to go for that. I think this is... I think that's eventually going to take us to BFD, I think. I would imagine. Let's go ahead and take the initial starting quest for this, Argos Night Whisper. But today, we're heading back to... We have one more quest here. I need to escort the trader, and then I also need to try and get the hidden treasure map. But I think we're going to try and do the wetlands run today and head out to Teldrassil and start the Elven area. So this is the first time we've been to the park. I think this is where the elves are residing for the most part in Stormwind. Like a couple of the representatives, and clearly we can tell from the elven architecture, right? This is an area that I think a lot of players don't come unless you're like an elf or a druid yourself, you know what I mean? But this is basically for druids if they need to get some training while they're in Stormwind. They don't have to go all the way back to Teldrassil, right?
Stormwind, such a bustling hub of activity. I have traveled from afar to seek help. Often it is heard that brave adventurers roam these city streets. My brother Gershala requires assistance in Darkshore. He resides in the seaside town of Oberdeen. The journey is a long and epic one. It is for this reason that I ask the help of a seasoned adventurer such as yourself.
Of course. Let's take a poke around here real quick. I don't know when the next time is that I'll come to the park, but it seems like this is like a some kind of like archery shop or maybe like a tannery. Some target practice. Is this an inn? It is. And it's empty. Completely. Interesting. Very interesting they didn't even put any NPCs in here. Oh, the War of the Ancients. It's kind of a long book. Maybe I can... Stormwind Park? I think this is gonna... One. I guess I can save some space on this macro if I just get rid of the books. That's a pretty cool little brewery. Imelda my ball. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's head back to Sentinel Hill. Hopefully the Defias messenger is up. We'll go ahead and escort him. I'm gonna hold off on the Tome of Valor for right now. At some point, I think we're gonna come back around here and we'll take it on then. But okay, yeah, the trader is up. I think when we're about to do
So Stoutmantle sends
I'm
a
gonna read
scrawny
this
person like you
in just a
to vet
second.
me. Guess you'll have to do. Better bring some friends too. You know the deal, right? You watch my back and I'll take you to the Defias hideout. But you better be close by my side. The Defias gang wants my head now. If they see me with you, they'll try to kill me. Let me know when you and any friends you can round up are ready to go.
Alright, I just wanted to take that before someone else could jump in. I'm gonna try and get ahead of them a little bit and buff ourselves up here. Stamina, int.
May your generosity be returned to you 100-fold.
Let's go back to Retribution Aura. I love the little, so this is an add-on I have. I can't even remember what add-on it is, but it basically just like, you know, shows you your primary stats with a class symbol behind each of them. And I'm pretty sure it's your talent tree symbol. Yeah, so Holy, Protection, Retribution, right? I love this little add-on. It's simple, but it's nice. It shows you in much more detail all of your stats, because in Classic you do have these little windows here that show you like your hit and your defense and stuff, and you have to change through them. With this add-on, it just keeps them all right here on the side, and you can just kind of scroll up and down, see how much resistances you have, see your block values, your parries, you know, your MP5 and all that kind of stuff. Mana regen 21 points per 5 is the rule, so every 5 seconds we're regenning 21. Call it 22 at that number there, but I mean, we might just go ahead and try and do this quest for Daphne. You do have to kill 5 mobs at once, though, and I am a little worried about that, but I think we'd be okay. With potions, healing, lay on hands, bubble. The entrance is hidden here in Moonbrook. Keep your eyes peeled for thieves. They want me dead. There is a chest inside. Another bard's cloak. This level 49 Dwarven Shadow Priest is actually clearing the area out for me. It's kind of nice. There's always that box of assorted parts outside, but really I want the chest inside the... Come on now. Give him a wave. I was hoping maybe he'd give me a stamina buff. I hear someone mining inside. You can tell Stoutmantle this is where the Defias gang is holed up. Oh, he did.
Thanks a lot.
20 stamina. With that amount of health, I think I am going to try and take on protecting Daphne Stillwell. Especially because we'll be heading to Ironforge right after this. And the follow-up quest is actually in Ironforge. You go talk to her husband. Stun that at the last second. Oh, we need to change Healbot as well. Spells. Let's go. Should be not lay on hands. Where's Flash of Light? There it is. Basically garbage. Talk to the Profiteer, see if he has anything else. Nope. Normal stuff. I'll just sell all this stuff to him real quick. We did get up to like 2 gold yesterday before we logged off, but then we wound up spending like 1.5 gold on training. Okay, I think the best way to get there is actually go around this mountainside. Yeah, unfortunately we won't be able to do this quest to completion. It does require us to do a Dead Mines run and do a SFK run. It might be something that I come back in the higher levels and do, and I just won't complete either Dead Mines or SFK. We'll just do part of it. I really am like anti-dungeons on these hardcore solo self-found characters. Not for the danger, but more so for the chance or the fact that I have to group up. I don't really want to do that. So yeah, I might come back in the far future and continue on with part of this quest just to, because it is a class quest, just to get some of the lore out of it or whatever. As well as the weapon could still be an upgrade further on into the run. Might be able to sneak behind this guy. Nope. Okay, we just pulled one. That's not the end of the world. The copper's back up here. I had to stun that guy to make sure he didn't run into the others. Alright, I think their home is actually back here, if I remember correctly. Whoops. Yes, it is. Now, I am a little nervous about this part, but worst case scenario, if I need a bail, I'm just going to jump off the back and maybe aim for the water. Let me see if I can actually make that. Well, seems like I can't buff up Daphne. Little dicey, I might hit the rocks. It's not the safest jump, but... Alright, we're gonna try and do this. I am a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but...
Hello, adventurer. I'm assuming by all that armor and weapon of yours, you're either here to try and take my land, or the church finally sent someone to help protect me while my Jordan's gone. Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Daphne Stillwell. It's a pleasure. Now you're not too late. I've only killed a half dozen of the scum since last sunup. They've been a little slow getting round the bend up there, but they probably saw you coming, which means they'll probably be here any minute.
Right.
Now, they'll be coming again soon, I'd wager, so get yourself ready. I've got myself a gun in the house. I'll grab it and be ready to help you out. But for the most part, you're on your own. I've no idea how many they'll send, but I'm sure it'll be more than the few they sent earlier. Ask the light for whatever blessings you can, because... Did you hear that? I think they're coming. We make our stand near the house.
Drink a Rumsies as well. This puts us at, as much max health as we can get for right now. 861. To the house. Stay close to me no matter what. I have my gun and ammo there. So we can have Daphne, I can't buff her, unfortunately, but we can have her kind of tank one or two mobs as long as I, keep her alive. And here they come. So far, so good. Alright, eat, drink. Unfortunately, I didn't bring regular food, so... I don't really want to be using my, my blood sausage here. Here comes the next wave. I'm gonna let her tank one for just a little bit. Throw a quick little flashlight on ourselves. Kill the one on her. Throw a big heal on ourselves real quick. Alright, last wave. Damn, 692. That guy's got some healing on him. Try and let her tank one.
Health warning. Health warning.
Lay on hands. Where'd the human go? We've done it! We've done it! We've driven them off. Meet me by the orchard. I just need to put my gun away. It's a little doghouse. Whew. Just a little intense. Just a little intense. We used a potion. Lay on hands. For now, this will be the end of this quest chain for us, but later in the future we might continue with it.
We've done it, adventurer. Thank you for your help. You were truly amazing out there. I never thought a paladin could handle so many enemies at once. You've truly shown bravery in the face of overwhelming
you're
odds.
too kind.
Please, return to Duthorian and let him know that I'm safe for now. I have you and the church to thank for that. He'll send word to Ironforge to let my Jordan know that he has nothing to fear. Oh, how I miss my husband. I can't wait till he returns.
Speak to Dithurian Rawl. We get Sense Undead, which is a nice little Paladin exclusive ability, and then Bastion of Stormwind. +3 to our defense. Looks cool as fuck, too. That's our new shield right there, boys, which means we can get rid of this one. Now I'm going to run up the coast and check for any kind of floating wreckages, anything like that, for just a little bit, as well as kill some more Murlocs and hope that they drop the treasure map. I'm not going to spend too long on it, because I really want to make the wetlands run today and try and start on Teldrassil. Krigan. Just gonna go ahead and sell that shield now. Actually, hold on to it for now in case I absolutely need it. Ship might go south and I might have to throw on the sword and shield for whatever reason. I'd hate to not have it because I got greedy and sold it early. Now I can't remember if this is the way that it is in Classic, but I know in some version of WoW you do eventually get you can like sense the fishing pools around. We never got it on a rogue, so it makes me feel like it's not a thing in Classic. I think it might be something that was introduced in Wrath. But at some point in the game's history, you can wind up like sensing fish pools, and you can see them on the map, which makes it a lot, easier. But yeah, I'm digging the flash of light. It's a nice quick little heal. Don't run. So yeah, we wound up cooking a lot of that clam meat last night, and we did hit 150 in our cooking, so I don't have to worry about cooking anymore. And it took me all the way to 150 before this went green, which was nice. So at this point, I'll still probably cook this clam meat because it does make me a profit. I did the math, and it's like, to buy a stack of ice cold milk, I think I wound up making like, it says -27 on the profit. That's not true though. I think it was like 250 for 5, and 5 of these sells for like 5 silver. So I think I doubled my money basically. Artemis. Give her a wave. And a nod. We're not getting very lucky with this drop chance. I don't know what the drop chance is on this this item, but oh, there's a school. Being a little reckless with our mana right now, but it's okay. Dodge, dodge, miss, dodge, miss. There we go, 131, big hit. We'll do a lap up the coast and then probably call it there. If we don't get it by then it's just not meant to be right now. Might be something that I come back later and try and farm, maybe off recording, just in case it takes too long. But I would really like to get the quest done. It is a cool little quest chain that sends you all over the place on a treasure hunt. But I don't want to spend like an hour just killing murlocs to not get it. Alright, small little pool. How about this? We'll kill all the way up to the Gold Coast Quarry and then, you know, go into the Gold Coast Quarry. There's tin up there, fuck. And obviously there's going to be tin, oh, level 21. There's going to be tin and probably a treasure chest in the quarry. We'll clear that out, and then by then we'll, if we haven't gotten it by then we'll dip. Alright, so I think we're going to go Benediction, like we talked about. Two Tide Hunters and an Oracle. I'm just going to go for the tin. Just a little two-hitter quitter. Just try and pull this guy back a little bit. There's some milk we can save later for that clam meat. $160 big crit. Didn't realize there was two of you up here. Get a quick little flash. Go for the pet first, real quick. Let's clear that. Throw a quick holy light on ourselves. I don't even think it's worth it going for that copper, honestly. I'm gonna leave that for someone else. Some assorted parts. I don't know, friends. It's not looking good. I think at this point the sign is clear. We've wasted too much time. Copper on the outside, tin on the inside. Let's check from above. 2 nodes of tin, 2 nodes of copper, and a chest inside and outside? Oh my god. It's our lucky day. Malachite. Very lucky he didn't grab aggro on us, but he is gray to us now. Oh, there it is. Alright, like I said, we'll just clear out this cave and then we're heading back to Stormwind. We'll head back to Sentinel Hill, turn in the Defias Brotherhood. That'll be the end of Westfall completed. Minus this quest, obviously, Captain Sanders' Hidden Treasure, but we just haven't got it to drop yet, so I'll probably come back in my own time and try and get that to drop for us, and then I can do it with you guys on recording, or I'll just hide it. One of the two. Maybe this character's just not meant to do it, and one of our characters in the future will be, but I want to go ahead and make the trek from Stormwind. We'll probably ride the tram to Ironforge just to mix it up. That way I don't have to fly. It'll be a little different that way. We'll turn in the chain for the Tome of Valor, and then we'll be heading to... I want to head to the farm. So instead of flying to the lock, I'll probably... Or not the farm, the ranch. The Ram Ranch. I hate saying that. Yeah, we're going to be heading to the Ram Ranch. No pause. And we'll pick up our hare, finally, I think. Our little pet hare. And then we'll be doing the wetlands run. Which, it shouldn't be that dangerous now at level 21. I think we're okay. At level 1 or level 5, or, you know, at a lower level or whatever, it's a lot more dangerous, but... It's a big piece of tin right there, boys. That's a little 4-hitter. Yeah, I forgot. We unarm or disarm in this cave. Big 155 crit there. Commoner's Sword, 2 silver. I think our hair is going to set us back like maybe 50 silver or so, but then we'll have it for the rest of the game. We do have some expensive training to get next level. We're getting 3 spells, I believe, maybe even 4. Although at this point I have been using Blessing of Wisdom a little more than Blessing of Might. But just in case I want to use Blessing of Might, I wouldn't mind picking it up, so... You're talking, what? A gold, 60 silver for all this training? Throw out a big heal on ourselves and then a small heal. We'll interrupt that. We've gotten this red linen bag drop like 4 times at this point. Now is the chest? Yeah, it's probably in the back corner. I got some rough stone from that guy. Oops. Wait, what happened to the chest? There's no way it despawned. Oh, it's actually all the way up here. Interesting. Throw a heal on ourselves real quick. Alright, give me a green. Come on, baby. Garbage. We did get about a silver and a half. Heavy hammer, that sells for more than the chest. Yeah, I think our goal is going to be just to make it to Darnassus in this episode, and then next time we play, we'll be able to, which is later tonight, which thankfully I don't have to, you know, go to the gym or anything tonight. It's my my night off. Hey, Tiger's Eye. We'll start with Teldrassil on a fresh episode, and I'll just try and get as much done in Teldrassil as I can in one session. And then once we're done with Teldrassil, we'll be starting Darkshore. I think we're just gonna hide this quest. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be on this character. We'll have plenty of other Alliance characters in our journey to get every character to 60 in Hardcore Solo Self-Found, so when we're working on those characters in the future, maybe one of them will get the drop. I don't want to force like too much. I just kind of want it to be a little organic. Some characters are going to be meant to do certain things, some aren't, right? That's kind of what makes them each unique and special. But so far, it feels like Paladin is the most hybridable class that I've played, outside of, obviously, like Druid is pretty hybridable, but Paladin is also very much you can hybrid spec them, especially when you're not worried about, like, you know, dungeons or raiding or PvP or anything like that. You're just like out in the world playing the game, trying to survive. That's your entire goal, right? Solo Self-Found Hardcore. You can be a Holy Ret hybrid Paladin where most of your points are actually in protection, right? But I'm not going to get those points until much later. For this early game here, we're going to be majority Holy Ret hybrid until like 30 some odd. Because Seal of Command is just so good, man. It's such a good ability. Let me buff up your pet too. Alright, Westfall. It has been fun. Grain?
Most excellent, adventurer. Van Cleef is as good as ours now that we know where he is hiding. And there is but one task left for you to complete. Edwin Van Cleef must be assassinated. While it saddens me to condemn any man to a death sentence, it is for the greater good of the people of Westfall that Van Cleef is laid to rest once and for all. Bring me the villain's head once the deed is done.
So this is obviously a quest to complete the dead mines. We would get these insane pants. 11 strength, 5 stamina. They also look pretty cool. But again, we're not going to be doing dungeons, so rogues get the Tunic of Westfall, very good chest piece, and sorcerers, or priests, mages, warlocks can get the Staff of Westfall.
I try to keep Sentinel Hill
Lewis?
stocked, and that's not easy with all the action we see.
Alright, a gold 15. Oh, there's a quest up top, but that's for dungeons as well. That's Dead Mines Scout Ryle. Alright, that is now, what, 2 zones complete? This is a quest for Red Ridge. We'll pick that up later.
Where are you going? Well, if you're looking to get there quickly, then look no further.
What is that? 3 or 4 zones complete? So, Dunmoreau, basically complete. This is a Nomergon quest. We'll hide that. 6 lows of Indie Site, or I think this is Nomergon, but we'll go talk to him on the way and see. But yeah, Dunmoreau is basically complete. Loch Modan basically complete, minus a couple elite quests and this quest chain up here that eventually becomes an elite quest. We got Elwyn Forest pretty much complete, and then Westfall complete. So
where are you going? Well, if you're looking to get there quickly, then look no further.
Back up to a gold 15. I'll do some research and see how much does the hair cost. Whoops. Unpaused a video that I was watching. Wow, classic dwarven hair pet. Costs 17 to 20 silver depending on your reputation, so cheaper than we thought, actually. It's kind of nice. Okay. We'll visit the bank in Ironforge. It's a little more convenient, but we do need to talk to Dithorian, and then we'll go hit the tram. Now we can sell our shield. We'll get our new shield, which is exciting. I think we might even pick up some training, weapon training in Ironforge. I think the only weapon that we need to learn for the future, potentially, if I get a good weapon for, is axes. I think one-handed axes and two-handed axes. I think paladins can use them. I might be wrong about that. I might be misremembering. Let's check for the fishing rod real quick. Last 2 times we visited, it hasn't been for sale. Someone else has already bought it.
Best deals in all of Stormwind,
It's up.
my friend.
Nice.
Won't find any better. Now, what can I help you with?
That'll be all. So this way, if I want to change weapons or even switch to the fishing pole, I can just, click down here, bam. One-handed sword and shield, bam. Fishing pole, bam. Two-hander, right? Speaking of fortitude, again, we're going to hold off on this. I'll take this quest later. I don't want to get into something that is going to prevent me from heading to Teldrassil. That's my main goal right now. We said we were going to do the Night Elf Zone after. Dethorian.
So we meet again, adventurer, and you are in high spirits, I see. The Stillwell home will be safe for another day, and from your story I see that there was no shortage of danger to be found. Well done. Daphne and Jordan have helped the church greatly, and having you protect their property and their very lives was the least we could do for them. For your valor, you will be rewarded.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, I have no doubt that Jordan himself would like to thank you. And seeing as I need a messenger to send word that his wife is safe, I think you'd be a perfect choice. Jordan was to be a paladin of the light before his dedication to his father's craft took him on another path. He's intimately familiar with our way of life and is considered among our most faithful. He should still be in Ironforge. He likes to work outside the gates during the day, something about the cool mountain air.
We'll go see him. Alright, we got a new shield. A Bastion of Stormwind. Such a cool shield. That's a shield that we're definitely going to be keeping forever. Even though it sells for a good little chunk of change. The memorabilia aspect of it is good enough for us to keep forever. Let's see what it looks like on the back. Damn, it's pretty cool, boys. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it'll cost me, what, 20 silver for one-handed axes and two-handed axes in Ironforge. And then I don't think I can learn anything from the elves. And at that point, I think we have all of the weapon training that a paladin can learn. I'm trying to remember, though. I feel like I never see paladins wearing axes, but that's because, for the most part, most paladins are humans. And humans get that bonus to sword skill. So, like, why would you ever wear an axe, right? Now, of course, if you're an orc, there's more of a reason to wear axes. You have axe skill. That's for Nomergon. Let's hide that. I'm gonna hide this quest as well. We've already taken a look at it. What an insane name. Aster Egad. So it seems like the tram just came and went, if that guy's getting off. But we can wait for it. Oh, there it is. Actually, let's jump in the front car. I love riding the tram. Actually, let's sit on the edge here. Nice. Hell yeah. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Check my emails while we ride. All right. And we're here. I believe weapon training is right to the left. We'll hit the iron or the Great Forge real quick. Dungeon quest, dungeon quest. These are for Nomergon. Pilot stone gear. We'll take that. Because we're heading out there anyways. Thief catcher Far Mountain. Pilot Longbeard, the Hall of Arms.
Pilot Stone Gear loves his siege engine, as every pilot should, and he's always eager to find new ways to improve his tank's firepower. He heard rumours of a rare ore, and is looking for someone to hunt it down for him. If your boots are starting to itch, then find Stone Gear at Steel Grill's depot in Dunmorrow and see what he wants.
Right. My boots are starting to itch. Hunter trainers on the right, warrior trainers on the left. I believe it's Timberline Arms is where we can learn weapon skill.
What? You want to be trained in the use of a weapon,
Yes.
do you? Well, don't stand there slack-jawed. Speak up, laddie.
Real quick, let's check. There's another weapons trainer, or arms trainer, yeah. Big C.
Well, hi there. Are you here to learn the proper technique of a new weapon?
Okay. So they can learn axes and two-handed axes. So now we have every weapon skill in case in the future we do wind up finding like a good one-handed axe or, you know, something that's better than the executioner's sword. We can switch over. We've got the maces, the axes, the swords, one and two-handed. Let's get all this smelted down real quick. Then we'll go pick ourselves up a hare and do the wetlands run. Pick up a few new flight paths, take a boat to the Elven Lands, and then we'll get ready to wrap it up for the afternoon. I'll be back on later tonight, like I said. And then we'll take on Teldrassil then. 127 on our mining. I'm going to pause the video real quick, guys, while I get all this smelted down just to save some time, and I will resume when we are done. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, gamers, we're just done crafting. Let's go hit the bank real quick. We made some copper bars, some bronze bars, bandages to sell, a little more coarse grinding stone for the future, some extra rough sharpening stones that I can just use willy-nilly. I don't have to feel bad about. I'll probably carry around 2 stacks of these now, honestly. And then the clam meat, I think I'm just going to sell these. It's not worth the hassle of me having to go get some mild spices. And then we're due for the wetlands run. Getting a little full on the bars here, though. That's a pretty badass ram you got there, bro. I think we said we're going with the either the brown one or the gray one. I haven't fully decided, but the brown one does look clean. Maybe as a paladin we'll get the white or the gray one. Fits a paladin's vibe, I feel like. Crush Ridge bindings, some nice wrists, Ring of Saviors. It's a really good ring for a low-level character, especially a tank. Wow. And then Thorbia's gauntlets. This is all just really good tank gear, huh? There's Jordan Stillwell. Jordan, my man.
Good day, adventurer. The light is with you, I trust. What's that? You were sent by Duthorian? My wife, how is she? I knew there was going to be trouble if I left. Please tell me she's... Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad that she's safe. The Defias were a threat long before these attacks, but now the king's advisors cannot deny it. What else did Duthorian have to say? You're the one that was sent to protect my wife? Then I thank you again, adventurer. I couldn't think of a better test of valor than that. I'd like to reward you if you'd be willing to accept such a thing. Don't misunderstand me, my generosity is dependent on how much help you can be. But I see us both benefiting greatly from such an alliance. I will craft for you a weapon worthy of what you've accomplished, a symbol of paladinhood and the light. But you must gather the items I need to craft it. I've already started taking notes on the items. It just requires someone brave and skilled enough to recover them. What do you say, adventurer?
Maybe in the future, Jordan. But for right now, I can't. I think if we do eventually wind up doing that quest, like I said, I won't be finding a group for those dungeons, and I won't be completing those dungeons. The issue is I have to get past a certain amount of bosses in order to collect the materials that I need from those dungeons. So I think I have to get through the first and possibly second boss in Dead Mines, and I think I only have to make it to the courtyard in Shadowfang Keep. But then I also need to go to the Loch Modan and go over here where the elite ogres are and get something from there. And then the gem, I feel like the gem is pretty easy to get compared to everything else. But for the most part, it's just a couple dungeons that we have to run. But again, we're just not doing dungeons on our hardcore solo self-found characters, so. Alright, let's talk to Stone Gear real quick, see what he has to say. And then we'll head to Amberstill Ranch.
Hello, adventurer. You're here about the task I have, eh? It's good to see a young person like yourself whose blood burns at the prospect of adventure. I heard that a rare ore, incendicite, was found in the wetlands in a cave northwest of Algaz Gate. Incendicite is volatile stuff and hard to use without blowing yourself up. But I'm sure if it's smelted the right way, it could make cannon shells that pack a mighty punch. Get me incendicite ore and I'll find someone brave enough to experiment with it. Oh, and to extract that ore from a vein, you'll need skill in mining. If you don't have it, then bring a friend who does to that cave.
Beer-stained gloves. They're cloth with strength and stamina. So weird. We are a miner, so we will eventually get around to that, but not right now. I guess we can hide the Dunmorrow quest. Oh no, someone died here. Caper. We can hide Dunmorrow quests and Loch Modan quests for now. It's nice to be back in Dunmorrow though. I think next time we visit, it can't be in Darnassus, unfortunately. But I guess it could be in Aberdeen in Darkshore. I need to do some crafting. I'll probably take out a good bit of the extra copper that we have and make a few more of these runed copper belts. 1 for points, but 2 to sell. And then save at least, I think, 60 bars, give or take. Maybe 40. I got a decent bit of bronze now, but something tells me I'm going to need more, so I kind of do want to save my my bag space. Now, who here sells the hairs?
I've the finest wares in the land. Safe travel.
Is it the little girl? Oh, it is the little girl. She's chasing hares around all day. Yarlin?
I've the finest wares in the land.
Oh, it's not a little girl, it's a grown woman.
Watch your back.
Yeah, I think out of these, we're going to go with the white riding ram. We'll look pretty good on that one. Yeah, we'll definitely go with the white riding ram. All right, a rabbit crate. Nice, we've got our little rabbit friend. Every character, of course, we're going to have a pet and a mount on. And it's going to be kind of like to fit their theme, right? Obviously... Oh, I don't even have to worry about the ram, that's right. Paladins just get the horse for free, I forgot. So, we'll just ride around the Paladin steed, but... with a little rabbit friend. From our homeland of Dunmoreau. On the rogue, we obviously rode around on our skeletal horse, and we had a mechanical chicken that fit the theme of him being this this engineer, right? In his human days, he loved to tinker, but after the plague, let's grab all this copper. The more the merrier. It turns into more bronze and or it's you know, more blacksmithing points that we can get. Just a little 2-piece. This one's probably going to go over because we're already over our time here, but we weren't here that long ago. Just a little 2-hitter. Let's check the lake as well. Obviously the cave is stuffed with copper, but I'm not going to go all the way in the cave. Excuse me? I guess we can work on our one-handed skill while we run. Gypsy sandals. Ooh, a frostbit staff. That was actually huge. Any chests down here? Nope. That was like 2.5 silver right there on that one kill. It's pretty impressive. Alright, I think we go up. That'll take us to the upper part of Loch Modan, although we do need to talk to... Actually, let's go down, because we need to talk to Jörn Hornhelm. He's got a few more quests to give us. And I think we're going to start on a Dark Thread Looms. Although I am kind of going over on my time here, but... I'll at least pick it up, start it, and we can, you know, mess with it next time, maybe. Or when we come back over here, when we head to the wetlands. Which, at this point, we could start working on the wetlands, but again, we're going to do Teldrassil, complete this. We'll do Darkshore, complete this. And then from there, we'll juggle Ashenvale, Sunrock, the wetlands, and Redridge, as well as Duskwood. At this point, we could do Duskwood, but I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, soon enough we have like 5 zones to juggle, which is nice because that just means, you know, we can bounce between them. We've got a ton of quests to do in all of them, which will give us a ton of experience, you know. We've probably got at least level 27, 28 by the time that we finish all those zones, maybe even 30. And then we start getting to mess with zones like Stranglethorn, Desolace, Actually, I feel like Decimus is like more in the mid-30s, but yeah, we could do some of Ratchet. There's some business in Ratchet, as well as I do want to head and do Deviant Hides, because that's one that you can do on the outside, and it gives you a really nice bag. We've talked about that before. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to do here in these mid-20 sections. And then eventually, you know, obviously we get to do like Hammerfall again, and South Shore. Out in Hillsbrad. Lots to do, lots to do. We do need to kill Brawler, Grawmug, and Nasher as well. Old Sooty's still here. This chain quest is still here, so we're not done yet, but help out the boys. Esmer and Louise Shoddy. That's Rockgar up there, the Algaz Gauntlet. That's more in between here in the wetlands, which we will pick that up now, but we'll probably work on that later. Like I said, our main goal is to get to Teldrassil by the end of this session, so.
How are you?
Mountaineer Rockgar is looking for volunteers for a mission through Dun Algaz and into the wetlands. If you want to get your boots wet in that soggy county to the north, then speak with Rockgar at Dun Algaz. Dun Algaz is north up the road, beyond the guard tower.
Of course.
How are ya? See you soon.
See you soon. We're at 78 silver. Call it 79 with 91 copper. Urine, we're back.
What? Stormpike wants you to personally see the shipment to Ironman? I suppose that's fine. The only problem is, I've already sent Huldar with the porters Miran and Cyan. You just missed them. They left just a short while ago. It's not too late, though. You're welcome to go to look for Huldar. He can't have made it very far. Strong as they are, Miran and Cyan can only move so fast, laden down with those barrels. They're taking the normal route to the site, leaving south out of town and following the curve of the loch. Shouldn't have a problem finding them unless they've already got there.
We've actually seen them before. Let's check the mining trainer Brock real quick too.
The best miner has a firm grip on his pick, a stout heart in his chest, and thick black dust in his hair.
I could learn expert mining, and I probably should. It's going to cost me quite a bit of money though, 45 silver. Bite the bullet.
Off with you.
This way, I won't accidentally overcap our mining, and then we're in an awkward situation, but we can now go up to 225 in mining, and those boys that we're looking for are actually down here. Because again, yeah, we've talked to Holder, Miran, and Saiyan, but we'll talk to them again in the future when we come back here. I'm also going to try and take on those rares if they're up next time we come back at this point. And again, I guess we'll start this quest and we'll keep it in the logs. The first one, I think we just literally go like right here, so I can get that done really quickly. And then we'll talk to Mountaineer Rockgar, get that turned in. He'll give us a quest to follow up in the actual wetlands itself. We'll make the run. We'll catch a boat. That'll put us in Aberdeen. Then we take another boat. Well, we get the flight path from Aberdeen. Then we take another boat into Darnassus itself. Copper, copper. Is it on the outside or the inside? It looks like it's on the inside. Nope, on the outside. Oh, someone's hit this before. They just left a piece there for me, huh? Alright, this one's on the inside, right? Maybe it's on the other side of the mountain. the lock. Some more rare gems. I mean, we're already over on our time. Might as well do some fishing. Just in case we get a trunk here. Plus, fishing skill is actually getting up there as well. 125 out of 150. Plus the extra 5 points from our superior rod. All right, 126.
You got my attention. Watch your back.
Now this is actually a dam. And as you can see, it's the 3 different leaders of the different factions of dwarves. I think it's the Hammer clan, the Hammerwind clan, the Windhammer clan. I can't remember their name. The Dark Iron dwarves, and then the
Thank the stars someone is concerned about the
other
well-being of the
faction.
dam. First the destruction of the Thandol span, and then the pillaging of Don Modder. I have no doubt that the dam will be the target of the next Dark Iron threat. Most of the security detail here was reassigned to the Alliance front, including my top inspector. That's why I need you, adventurer. I spotted some Dark Iron sappers milling about the eastern ramp of the dam. Investigate the area and bring back a clue.
Sure. Mountaineer Barn and Haggle. Suspicious barrel. The suspicious looking barrel contains a strange smelling powder. You take a sample of the strange smelling powder. Ah, it's a nice little sunset right there. Excuse me. What are you guys aiming at? I guess it's the kobolds. Did you happen to discover any clues, Bill?
This is an alarming discovery, to say the least. If my suspicions are correct, this is some type of explosive powder. This must be analyzed by an explosives expert so we know just what we're dealing with here. Ashland Stonesmirk was assigned to the regiment guarding Dunmodor and the Thandol Span. I need you to make a grave and perilous journey, adventurer. Travel through the Alga's Gate, follow the road through the wetlands, and seek out Stonesmirk in Dunmodor. Heed my advice. Stick to the roads and stop for nothing.
Right. So that looks to be, yeah, all the way up here in Dunmodor at the northern bits of the wetlands. Like I said, we'll worry about that later, but some copper on the side here. We'll talk to the mountaineer over here, and then we'll actually make the wetlands run. Silverstream Mine. I don't know why I sung that. I just felt compelled. Ooh. Getting sleepy. Another copper vein. We attack so fast with Seal of the Crusader and a one-handed weapon. Some bear meat, I'll just sell that honestly at this point. Running a little low on the blood sausages here at this point, but I'm hoping that by the time that we use all of these, I'll be on to something else. But I also just kind of need to get our cooking skill up to the next tier. Mountaineer Rockgar.
Hello, adventurer! You're here for the scouting mission, are you? Very good. I hope your gear is in good condition, because this scouting mission has changed into something more messy.
Ooh, what do you mean?
Orcs of the Dragonmoor clan have a haven in the wetlands, and now they have expanded into Dun Algaz. We can't let them keep their foothold here, or Loch Moden will be cut off from Menethil Harbour, our port and stronghold in the wetlands. Break through Dun Algaz to the wetlands beyond, and kill some orcs for good measure. Report to Valstag Ironjaw in Menethil Harbour. Menethil is through Dun Algaz, then north along the road, then west at the fork. We're counting on you, adventurer. Do not fail.
Right. Good news is we're actually going that way anyways, so. Who is that? Mountaineer Dawkin. Mountaineer Thar. And Mountaineer Rarin. Discovered Dun Algaz. Mountaineer Grugilm. This is the Orc clan, the Dragon Maul Orc members, but we'll come back for them later. Right now, it's more important that we get to Teldrassil. We've gone over too much already. I forgot we got the ability Sense Undead. I don't know where I'm going to use that, but It says there's some copper behind us, but it's like, yeah, it's up here, so I think I actually have to go around the back and then get that way. Sense Undead does remove my find minerals or find treasures, so I think I'll keep it over here with these abilities. And that way I can just hit, Control 8 on my mouse if I need to real quick, and that'll sense the undead around me, and then I'll just click between minerals and treasure. This was used for our lock picking on our rogue, if I ever wanted to just kind of like hotkey something and click through a bunch of treasure chests to unlock them. So it's fitting that it's like a paladin based ability, or like a class based ability for every other character moving forward. And then we have pet here, mount will go right here. These are consumables. These are like weapon changes / armor changes / trinket swaps, that kind of thing. And then these are like self-heal abilities, but I'm considering this like my holy side right here. Flash of light, holy light. We got the res there, even though we'll never use this. Purify, right? Our blessings. I don't think we get any other. I mean, blessing of salvation. I don't really need to worry about that though, honestly. I probably won't even train this. It'll just be blessing of wisdom, blessing of might, and blessing of kings the whole way down. I'll tell you what, we will not be leveling up Divine Intervention either, so this is a really cool ability that Paladins get at level 30 for... You need a symbol of divinity, and then it's got a 1 hour cooldown. The Paladin sacrifices himself or herself to remove the targeted party member from harm's way. So you can basically sacrifice your life and save someone else. Really, really cool ability, but in hardcore, it's not something that you want to do. There is a pretty infamous Paladin player, I can't remember her name, but she saved someone's life by divine interventioning them, and I think this was at max level, so she like sacrificed her character to save someone's life, and she kind of got immortalized for that in the hardcore scene, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think we're just going to be, going with Blessing of Wisdom, Blessing of Might, and Blessing of Kings once we get that in the protection pool. Other than that, we're definitely going to learn all the auras eventually. It's nice to have those. If I was nickel and diming, I could skimp on... Oh, silver up there. Can I get that real quick? 26. I cannot get that real quick. If I was nickel and diming our training, I could probably skip concentration aura. But again, we don't have to worry about paying for a mount at 40 like the other classes. So I don't really have to nickel and dime all of our skills. There are some that I'm not going to train right now, and then later, towards the end of the adventure, like we did with the rogue, I'll come back and, with the extra money that we have, I can train them all up and get everything learned, but nothing. Daily delivery. Does this take me to Menethil Harbor?
Greetings, traveller! Don't suppose you might be heading in the direction of Menethil, would you? If you're not, I'd suggest you stop there. It's a good place to purchase goods and even have a pint and relax. Now, if it just so happens that you're heading in that direction, I don't suppose you'd mind taking this bundle of crocolisk skins to James Halloran, the tanner. I'd do it myself, but my wife's been in quite a mood lately, and I'd like to put off facing her as long as possible.
Sure, I mean, we're heading that way anyways, so we might as well go ahead and do this one now. Rathiel the Green Warden. We'll come back for Ashland Stone Smirk, but... just delete that. 15 copper, it's not really worth my my time or the effort selling it. Oh! Might need to make me like a cup of coffee or something. Getting a little sleepy. Yeah, the Wetlands run is a pretty infamous run on the Alliance side for elves, trying to make it from elvish territory into low-level human territory, aka Stormwind or Dunmoreau, right? They have to run along this path and not die. They're surrounded by like level 25 crocolisks, spiders, orcs, right? And when you're that low of a level, everything has a very big aggro range on you. And when you're a very low level, if something that high in comparison to you gets aggro on you, there's a very, very good chance that you're just going to die. So the Wetlands run is pretty scary on hardcore. That's kind of why we put off going to the Elvish territory at a lower level, and I wanted to at least get to like level 20 before we did this, which is what we've done, right? The Sundown Marsh. That opens up a little more of this map here, and we haven't even been here yet, so. But yeah, the Wetlands is pretty cool. It's a nice little vibe to it. Obviously very swampy, but you've got raptors, you've got murlocs, you've got gnolls, you've got some orc invasions happening here. You've got some oozes. Menethil is a pretty cool little town. Eventually we will come back, like I said, and do Menethil as well, but Terry Aracor. Bluegill Marsh. Yeah, we're discovering a lot of the wetlands just by running on the road, which is nice. Save me the hassle later, and we're getting some decent experience for it. We're already 40% into level 21. It's a nice little touch to have the weeds growing on the bridge to make it look like, you know, it's a pretty weathered down bridge. But yeah, back to the training. We'll level up Hammer of Justice. Obviously, we get an extra second of stun every level we get in Hammer of Justice alongside... where is it? The points in Improved Hammer of Justice reduce the cooldown, so we get a longer stun and it's a shorter cooldown. That's really nice. Turn Undead. Again, this is something that we won't really use that much, but I'm probably still going to at least get one rank in it for the theme and for the quality. Maybe there's, like, you know, in a situation where I want to have an undead turn off of us and run away. Blessing of Salvation will skip. Second rank in Redemption will skip. Flash of Light will definitely level up. Exorcism will level up. Consecration will level up, of course. And it's pretty cheap to level it up. Shadow Resist Aura. All the auras I'll probably get. Frost Resist. Seal of Wisdom is a really nice one. So this is a seal that... giving each melee attack a chance to restore 50 of the Paladin's mana, and then when you judge it, you unleash the seal, granting attacks and spells used against the judged enemy a chance to restore 33 mana to the attacker. So for 10 seconds you have even more potential to regain some mana, which is really, really nice. Oops, the Tanner's over here. So yeah, we're definitely going to get Seal of Wisdom. Seal of Light is another one that you get at 30. So we get Seal of Wisdom at 38, Seal of Light at 30. Seal of Light fills the Paladin with Divine Light for 30 seconds. Each melee has a chance to heal the Paladin for 39. When you judge it, all of your attacks for 10 seconds have a chance to heal you for 25. So basically the inverse of Seal of Wisdom, right? James Halloran. Greetings, Paladin. I'm a bit of a pinch right now, running very low on hides.
Be careful.
Hello there, Paladin. Could I interest you in a pair of boots? Perhaps some newly cured skins?
This is from Einar, right? Hasn't delivered his skins to me in person for almost a week now. No doubt it's some differences with the wife. Maybe I'll have my wife go speak with Sita sometime. I'm James Halloran.
Hold that tongue, James. We'll be back later in the future. Alright, let's grab the flight path here. Ignore all the quests, because we will be back in the future, and we'll do them then. Then we'll go catch the boat.
Where would you like to fly to?
Cameron Yongler. Bart Tidewater, what a name. Check for any kind of,
I can teach you fishing skills.
yeah, we were just checking for any kind of pools of fish off the dock. Sometimes there's pools, but if you're lucky, there's a floating wreckage right off the dock, but... Oh, wow. Look at that. Just in time. The boat is just arriving. Perfect. Now, she looks pretty cool. Look at her.
Great to meet you.
Little weathered there. She's tired, but she looks pretty sick. Do they all have the same face? They do. And there's our boat. And look, guy's making the wetlands run. Target's too low level. He's doing it at level 1. Bro, you're crazy. Good luck to them, huh? Actually, you know what? Let's get a little shut-eye on the boat. Ah, that's nice. But yeah, back to looking at our skills that we will train. Yeah, like I said, blessing of protection, skip. Consecration aura, or concentration aura, yes. Blessing of might, yes. Holy light, yes. Seal of justice, yes. Blessing of protection, skip. Blessing of wisdom, yes. Hammer of justice, yes. Redemption, skip. Turn undead, one rank, and then skip for the rest of the ranks. Blessing of salvation, skip. Flash of light, yes. Retribution aura, yes. Seal of righteousness, yes. Exorcism, yes. All of the auras, so Shadow Res, yes. Concentration or Consecration, yes. Devotion aura, yes. Divine Intervention, skip. Holy Light, of course. Lay on Hands, of course. It actually gives me mana back when I lay on hands. This one, that's pretty nice. Seal of Light, of course. Blessing of Might again, of course. Frost Resist aura, yes. Seal of the Crusader, we can skip. Blessing of Wisdom, of course. Divine Shield, it's just another bubble. But this one lasts 10 minutes, and I think I can actually, like, I think I can, yeah, I can attack and use physical abilities, unlike Divine Protection. Divine Shield is the ultimate bubble. Flash of Light, of course. Seal of Righteousness again, of course. Exorcism, yes, yes. Skip, yes, skip, yes, yes, skip. Cleanse will be nice to get, of course. We get plate mail, of course. Seal of Righteousness, of course. Skip, yes, yes, yes. Hammer of Wrath. Now this is a cool one. Hurls a hammer that strikes an enemy for 304 to 336 holy damage, only usable on enemies that have less than 20% health. So this is a finishing ability. It's like an execute for a paladin. It's really cool. We're definitely going to pick that up, of course. Blessing of Sacrifice. This is another one I think we'll skip, just because at the end of the game, of course, we'll grab it, but there's just no point when I'm playing solo. You place a blessing on the party member, transferring 45 damage taken from them to you. So it's nice when you're a tank, right? But just checking the water for any fish. Let's grab the flight path real quick, and then I think I have to catch the boat to Teldrassil, yeah. So hopefully we're fast, and I can get that before the boat, but... skip on the Blessing of Sacrifice. Holy Light, yes, yes, yes. Skip, yes. Blessing of Light. Places a blessing on a friendly target, increasing the effects of Holy Light spells used on the target by up to 300, and the effect of Flash of Light. This is probably something we will grab at least one rank in at the lower levels, which is here at 40. Just in case I need to throw that on myself. That could be nice, a nice little blessing to have, increase the healing that I'm going to receive.
The hippogriff is a noble beast, proud and swift. They are an honor to train and can quickly take their rider a great distance.
It's amazing. Yeah, Blessing of Light will definitely at least get 1 rank in. I don't know if we'll get many more than that, but oh nice, the boat just got here, perfect. We might, depending on how useful it feels in the future, but at least 1 rank. Of course. It's just a longer bubble, 12 seconds at this rank, that's huge. Of course, Holy Wrath. It's a 1-minute cooldown, 2-second cast, sends bolts of holy power in all directions, causing 362 to 428 holy damage to all undead and demons within 20 yards. That's a pretty cool spell. Definitely at least get 1 point in that. Lay on Hands, of course. Seal of Light, of course. Righteousness, of course. Might, yes. Exorcism, yes. The Greater Blessings, I might hold off on these. Basically, the bonus to this is they last 15 minutes instead of 5. So you don't have to cast them as much, but they do require a Regent, Symbol of Kings. So I might skip on those and just keep the lesser blessings. They also might just give you more stats in general, but I could be wrong about that. Blessing of Might, no, 155. Yeah, it's the same. It's just one is 5 minutes, the other is 15 minutes. So this is better if you're raiding, right? You have to buff less. Hammer of Wrath, of course. Turn Undead, like we said, skip. So yeah, for the most part, we're not getting that many new spells all the way up until the end of the game. Holy Shock is a pretty cool spell that we could get if we went deep into Holy, but we'd have to go really deep, and it just doesn't seem worth it, in my opinion. I'd rather be a hybrid between Holy Ret Prot, mostly Holy Prot, but we're going some Ret for Seal of Command. So we're going to have a lot of seals. We're going to have Seal of Light, Seal of Wisdom. We're going to have Seal of Justice. We'll have Seal of Command, Seal of Righteousness, Crusader. Most of Paladin's gameplay is switching between your seals for key situations, judging them, and then seal twisting, of course, which as we get more seals, we'll start to learn how to seal twist more efficiently. But alright, guys, we finally made it. This was a bit of a long one. Rotheran Village. We'll grab the flight path, we'll go check into an inn, and then next time we start, we will grab every quest in, hide this one, and hide this one, and hide that one. It's a dungeon quest as well. We'll grab every quest in Darnassus and then head out to the actual starting area.
The fish off the coast of Teldrassil are quite large and robust. Rumors say it is the speedy growth of our New World tree that is the cause.
That is the word. 676767. Sorry. Vespristis. Yeah, I think that's it.
To maintain our link to the mainland, we have hippogriffs
You got the
constantly
hose?
flying between Rotheran Village and Darkshore.
Now, like I said, I don't think... Now, the elves don't believe in, like, mining. You're not going to find a lot of ore here in Teldrassil on this tree because it's a planted tree. It wouldn't make any sense that there's actually ore here. I think there might still be some ore in the caves and stuff like that, but for the most part, there's more herbs here than there is ore. And I don't think there's a mining trainer here. Like, I don't think you can learn mining here. I don't think you can smelt here. They're more of like a peaceful people, but this is probably my favorite zone on the Alliance side. Teldrassil is one of my favorite places in all of WoW throughout all of its history. I've got like a Spotify playlist with some of like WoW's music, and I've literally just named it I think I just named it Teldrassil, and I've got a it's like an homage to Teldrassil and all the time that I've spent here leveling up different low-level night elves or any Alliance character that I play. I bring them here, and it's just nostalgic to me. It feels good here. I love it. Let me check for weapon training real quick. I don't think I don't think the elves can teach paladins anything, but yeah, this is probably my #1 favorite zone in the game, especially in Classic.
The grace with which I fight is not something I can teach you, but I can teach you the use of various weapons.
It's not very... It's not the most efficient area to quest as a low-level character, but it's more just about the look, the vibe, how it feels being here, starting a new character, the loop of the quests. Like, I love it. Warrior's Terrace. Now I know there's a inn over here, the Craftsman's Terrace. Yep. Innkeeper Salini. I think at this point we're going to change our hearth.
Your body looks worn and your spirit weary. Rest yourself beneath our roof and allow Elune to guide your dreams.
Thank you, Elf. Alright, guys. Close our eyes. We'll call this one here for now. I will be back on later tonight, probably around like 10, 10:30, 11ish, somewhere around that time. And we will continue on with the adventure in the Elven Lands. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love, and God bless, gamers.